Bean Soup Times is on a mission to create dope content that entertains, educates, and empowers the Black community. We keep our ear to the ground, we ask, we report to you. We help Black people to share their message. We promote real dialogue. We provide a platform to help give voice to the voiceless. We educate you on how to shop smart. Our passion is to inform you about Black events, businesses, organizations, and entertainers. We are Black owned. We are Black Chicago. We are the award-winning Bean Soup Times.
Y'all started off with that lesson, man. Appreciate it.
Sean Michelle's homemade ice cream is the only place to go when the ladies crave delicious old-fashioned homemade ice cream. Their vanilla tastes just like Grandma used to make it. With over 35 flavors, all made with the freshest ingredients, Kathy has never had banana pudding ice cream this good. It's homemade ice cream the way you remember, and Sean Michelle's doesn't upset your stomach. Enjoy in-store or take it to go. Sean Michelle's. Fall in love again.
First-time customers, buy one, get one free.
Greetings, peace and blessings, my brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum. This is a brand new day, a wonderful day, a vainglorious day. We are excited to be here with you on the top side of the earth, and we're thankful for another day to experience the joy, the opportunities, the mercy, the love of the Creator. I am Tory Muhammad. I'm your host of the Tory Muhammad Show, and as always, we bring you incredible guests. We focus on personal development, business development, and entrepreneurism. We focus on generational wealth. These are the kind of people that we bring on the show to showcase. Man, it's just a wonderful thing. I appreciate a lot of the feedback we've been getting. I think that we have been providing some amazing folks, and today is no different. Today, we have another champion that we're bringing on. But you know how we do. I first like to give a word or a message, real brief, but hopefully impactful. I want to give a shout out to my brother, Abdul Malik Muhammad. He is a top fisherman here in Chicago. He is a wonderful brother and soldier. Fighting hard to uplift our community, a follower of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He's been really pushing and talking about the importance of fasting and prayer. And of course, as a follower of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, as a Muslim, fasting and prayer is two principal components to our faith. And of course, it's not relegated to just us. The principles of fasting and prayer are predominant in major religions all across the world. And so he reminds me of the importance of it and the beauty of doing it and practicing it on a consistent basis. You know, brothers and sisters, we often take on so much from the world. We often take on so much filth and foolishness from the world that we have to have ways to detox, right? So we take in filth mentally and we take in filth physically, the food that we eat, right? And if we don't have a process to eliminate and detox, then we find ourselves full of madness. Imagine if you never took out the trash. It didn't matter how much you cleaned. It doesn't matter how good the food is, right? At some point, it's going to start decomposing and piling up and becoming a problem. So just as we clean our houses, we have to think about how we clean our minds, right? And if we do that on a consistent basis, we'll find ourselves thinking clearer. We'll find ourselves being able to see further. And when I say see further, you can see what's coming around the corner. It's an amazing thing. It can scare you sometimes if you do it strong enough and fast enough. Now you got to do it with people who know what they're doing, because you don't want to go overboard. You don't want to hurt yourself, right? But you can almost predict people's actions when your body and your mind is clean and clear, because you're opened up to the universe, and the universe reveals things to you the cleaner that you are. So that's my 2 cents for the day. I'm gonna encourage you, regardless of your faith, man, pick up some fasting into your life. Pick up prayer. Pray more. Pray for the things you want. Don't pray for the things you don't want, but pray for what you do want, and see how it can cause a change and a difference in your life. So with that being said, now that we're talking about fasting, we're gonna talk about food. we have a dynamic guest on today who, man, she's one of my favorite people. She's a shaker and mover, and man, she's somebody that you have to get to know a little bit better, and that's what this interview is gonna do. She's an entrepreneur. She is a South Side, born and raised. Definitely has a unique care and concern for our community, and has been doing some amazing things throughout her lifetime. And she is now on the next phase of her entrepreneurial experience, and creating a dynamic what is currently, catering and a pop-up, but soon to be one day, I know, a full-fledged restaurant. We want to bring on to the show Sissy Perez, Linda Sissy Perez. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Beautiful. Excellent. Woke up, positive vibes only, and I feel good today.
Man, that's beautiful. Pardon that pause. People keep trying to call me right now. So, man, it's a pleasure, as always, to have you on the show. You're no stranger. You've been on a couple times on the Tory Muhammad show. And,
Correct.
Of course, those who follow us, those who know, remember just a couple of years ago when we were doing a show together. And we started at the Bot Biz Center. And then it evolved for a little bit over on the storefront on 79th Street when we had our business over there. So, man, it's good to see you, and it's good to talk to you again. And a lot has been happening since the last time you were on the show.
Yes, a lot has happened. I think last time we came on, we talked a little bit about the daycare. So now today we're going to be talking about Sissy's Taco Bar, how I got created, a little bit about why we want to be on the South Side, and a little bit about collaboration with other business owners today.
Man,
So
that's beautiful.
I'm excited, and I love, I love the journey that I'm on, and I wake up every day full of energy, and I'm always asked the question, how do you find time and you stay energetic? Because it's something I love, and it's a passion.
That's right. That's absolutely right. So let's talk a little bit for people who don't know, right? Let's make sure they know, when you pretty much have been an entrepreneur your entire adult life, right? You got in and learned the daycare business and have been running daycares for a few years now, right?
Yeah, I've been in daycare business for over 17 years. So my goal when I started at the age of 17 is I started at almost like intern, and then the owner saw my drive, my energy. I didn't have to be, told what to do. I just self-initiated, did things, took it upon myself. And my goal was to run the school or be a director. And that's exactly what I did. And once I learned the rope, I opened up Linda's Home Daycare.
Man, that's what's up. And of course, that's been going, as you said, 17 years. But we've heard you mentioned it before. There was something else that you've had a burning desire to do from childhood, and you have a passion for the culinary arts. So let's talk about what you're doing now with Sissy's Taco Bar. First, tell us how you got the name for the business. Who is Sissy, and what does that mean?
Okay, so yeah, of course, I do have a passion for cooking. I love it. I started taking cooking class at an early age, private classes, of course. And I've also, watched my grandmother cook. I was the little girl sitting on the stool or sitting by the stove, watching her cook. I always wanted to be in the kitchen. And so that was my passion. But I also love to see people's reaction and face and them enjoying my food. So I love to see people just be happy in that moment. But Sissy came from that is my childhood name. I'm learning to embrace it now. My grandmother gave me that name. I was placed in foster care when I was a young child, real early. And when my grandmother got us and my brothers and us got reunited, they didn't know who I was. So my grandmother thought Sissy would be is easy for sister or sis. And so it was easy for them to pronounce and know who I was. Of course, I got teased when I was little. Oh, she's a sissy, she's a punk, but they had to see the whole true story. But that's another story. Um, but I love the name and I love to embrace it. It's just who I am. It's part of me.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And so, and with with cross cultures, I have come to understand that Sissy is a common name in Latino Mexican households as a nickname, right?
Hmm.
But crossing over, and I'm representing right here. And of course, you know, this is something I thought I would never come out that would never come out of my mouth, but I'm Team Sissy.
Yes, you are from day one, and I really appreciate that, Toure. That means a
Yeah.
lot.
So, but okay, so that's where the name comes from, childhood nickname, and the logo. Tell us about this logo. I love the logo. Oh, here's on the side. So,
Hmm.
how did you come up with this logo, and what does it represent?
Well, you kind of helped me too, Tori, with the logo, with the inspiration of letting it be me. And I was like, I like that. That's dope. So I had to go back and look through some pictures, and I found that picture that I came across, the one like this. I was in my 20s. I just posted it on Facebook so people could kind of see where the picture, the image came from. And so I was about maybe 25 years old in that picture, 26 maybe. Um, I was young, youthful, and I thought it would go well with Sissy's Taco Bar because we have another vision to go with Sissy's Taco Bar. This is just the beginning stage, the phase. So I decided to go with that picture. Young, beautiful. A lot of people can recognize, oh, that's you. So it still has that resemblance of me, age. I still look young and I'm in my 40s. And that's when I was in my 20s.
Man, beautiful. We love it. Yep, definitely is a great representation. And so let's talk a little bit about this food. In a short amount of time, you've been having some great reviews, and you have a nice variety of food, authentic Mexican, Caribbean food. So talk a little bit about some of the food menu items.
So my favorite one, because I eat to live and I love healthy choices as well. So my favorite is the salmon. And I hit a little carabine twist to that one with the pineapples, a little kick to it with some avocado, tomatoes. So I kind of made my own special sauce to go on that because it gives you that fresh feel, but it's light and you're not too full and you're not ready to go to sleep. But that is my favorite one. Our sellers, I mean, it's hard because like when I look at the numbers, like that salmon, the jerk, and the shrimp, they're all like they're in a race, but they're like right there by each other. So it's hard to say which one is the favorite that people choose from. But we have people that comes back into our pop-up location on Thursdays and Fridays, and they're starting to be regular customers. And we got great reviews about our food, flavorful, authentic, and that was the goal and that was the aim that we were looking for. Because I go into taco places and I'm like, oh, this is not authentic. This is not tacos. But people have their own versions of tacos, and that's what I have to learn too as a business owner. That's their style, that's their flavor, that's who they are. And I have my style and my flavors. Um, and so yesterday we did our first pre-order tamales, and it was a hit, and we're getting great reviews about those tamales. So um, I know when I was making them, I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm like, this is too much. I said, what did I get myself into? But now hearing people love them and enjoy them, of course, I'm going to continue because that's what I do it for.
Man, absolutely. And of course, we've had I've enjoyed pretty much everything, and the food is delicious. I know and watch your care and concern about the type of food that you pick. You want quality food, and it's a concern that you have of giving that quality to the community, and it shows in all the products. So yes, I'm the tamales. I've never really been a tamale person, and one of the reasons is that oftentimes when I got tamales, it was mostly the cornmeal, whatever, you know what I'm saying. It was no,
Mhm.
right, with about one or two pieces of meat in there that were real small, like little slivers. I'm like, man,
Mhm.
I don't want to eat just a bunch of corn, and it'd be slightly flavorful, but that wasn't enough to fulfill me. So, but man, I went to one of your tamales, and it was chicken, it was carrots, it was cilantro. Definitely delicious. So, talk a little bit about what inspired those tamales and why you decided to do them.
So what really inspired me to do tamales is my three boys, which are my nephews that I currently take care of. Um, my kids love tamales, and so when it's birthdays, they want to enjoy themselves, and so we'll go to tamales. And of course, my kids can eat. So when we go to the place and get tamales, we're spending about $60-$70 on some tamales. But that was the issue. I'm paying all this money for tamales, and you get one tiny piece of meat. And when I say tiny, it's like one, and the rest is the miles. Like that's it. And so I was getting disappointed with that. And so one of my kids came to me. He's like, "Can we try to make tamales? Can you try?" I said, never tried it, never did it. Let's do it for your birthday. So we practiced this last year in March, and I nailed it. And ever since then, I make for them when they request me to do it. And so then one of my nephews was like, "Won't you do this for Sissy's Taco Bar?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's a commitment. That's a big commitment, but let me try the pre-orders." And we nailed it. So I do chicken because that's what people are normally familiar with is the chicken. So we do have an option where the carrots and the cilantros and the chicken, I love it. It gives it a different flavor. My kids love it. But then you have that vegetable in there. So you got your meat, you got your breading on there, and you have your vegetable. And that's what we're trying to do is to integrate vegetables or kind of go with fresh fruits and vegetables in our restaurant with Sissy's pop up as well. And then we have for those that don't eat meat, we have the beans and cheese, and we do the vegetarian beans. So again, something healthy is no pork. We're not using lard. We're using vegetable oil when it comes to it. So I'm really cautious on what I give to the people and what I give to my community because if I'm not going to serve it to my family or myself, I'm not going to serve it to you guys. So I'm looking at meats, what's in it. If we buy everything antibiotic free, steroid free, because I believe in giving my community something good. And even Toure, when I fed the community on 79th, it was always feeding them quality food that I would serve my family, not hot dogs, not nachos, but giving them something to feed their soul, but giving them the education piece because we used to teach as we fed the community or give some encouragement words to the community. And so that's what the tamales are. And I love it. Eventually we'll have more styles of tamale, especially when we get into our own brick and mortar, but we have to keep it to the basic because we're moving around so much.
Man, so that's beautiful, and I love what I'm hearing because what people sometimes don't understand because we don't know each other's journey right directly, right? So definitely always cooking consistently for a family, and you got three nephews and your son, so you cooking. That's a big group right there, right?
Especially
Uh,
all boys.
all boys, right? And I pop up sometime looking for something to eat.
Then you do. And we offer it. We have enough and we feed you. And hey, it's enough.
Yep,
Always look out for your neighbors and always look out for those that look out for you.
right.
And I'm a strong believer in that.
But then of course with daycare, consistently preparing meals, and then yes, with when you had the Chicago Women's Empowerment Group every couple of months, every 3 months, doing a big feed the community. And I know you had the intent of having a bunch of people cook and making it easy, but oftentimes you ended up cooking most most of what it was,
Yep.
right? And people, people came by and they loved the food, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, where we at on the scale of financially. Black folks know good food, and we know when food ain't good.
Yep, and they're gonna come for it.
So everybody enjoyed it, from the brother who could hardly stand up straight because he had drank too much early that day.
Yes.
to the professional college graduate. Man, everybody came and enjoyed the food.
Yeah. And then remember too, and this is why I know I have a passion, because I even gave back when it was with the Chicago Women Empowerment Group, the not-for-profit I had. We used to have cooking class because I was trying to change the narrative of our community, because we got to get away from processed food. And so I want to teach people that we can take small things and make excellent things, delicious things, and it could be quick, it could be fast. Um, and I enjoy doing those cooking classes at the Chicago Women Empowerment too. We enjoyed it. We had fun. We were learning how to make Chinese food. It was all a new experience for people. And I thought about that because when I have my daycare, kids come in, of course, we have circle time. And my question is, what did you eat for dinner last night? Cereal, fish sticks, chicken nuggets, nothing with love, nothing with from the soul. And so I'm like, yeah, our people need to be taught in our community, but how do we do it where we're not insulting them or making them feel uncomfortable? And so that's where that came to. And I tell people, I understand that times can be hard and that's all we can afford, but we got to bring that village back, because I know growing up, if we didn't have something, an egg or a sugar, we ran down the street, but we was able to share those things so we can have those comfort foods or those meals that our parents or grandparents used to make.
Man, that's a fact. And and when you know how to prepare food and know how to shop for it properly, it don't have to be as expensive as we think, because you save on other stuff and stuff can last, right?
Right.
So you talked a little bit about the menu, but I also want you to talk about, because you highlighted Sissy and where that name came from, but you didn't stop there, because many of the menu food items have names of family.
Yes. So of course, I teach my kids all about business, entrepreneurship real early. It's an important conversation that we have in our household. And so we lead by an example in our household. So in my household, we talk about finance, business. My kids want to own their own business. So I have one that wants to be a pastry, one that wants to be a doctor, and one wants to own a restaurant. So of course, if I get them engaged into it, be part of it, they have so much confidence with Sissy Soccer Bar. They're asking me, am I working today? Can I put my uniform on? So of course, it was one of them like, can you name something after us? And they have nicknames. So we got the Roman Walking Taco, that's after Jerome, and my dad, because they call him Rome as well. So when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, it's named after both of you guys. Then we have Demetrian, which we have a meat smoothie. Then AJ, we have a AJ berry smoothie, and Savannah is the newest member, which is my niece. She's came with us, and so now we have the Vanna rice, which is our Mexican rice, and then Maddie hot chocolate. It's a story by Maddie. She used to be my stepdaughter, and we used to love hot chocolates in the wintertime. And when it got cold and we did our activities, we enjoyed our hot chocolate, her and I. So Maddie hot chocolate is after her as well. So important people, important children in my life. And when we get there, I'll have one also after my goddaughter. So she'll be on there. We just don't have her item because her name is after a dessert. So we're gonna have desserts. You guys are gonna be blown away. Like when we get our brick and mortar, we have so much to offer. Our vision with Sissy Taco Bar is like off the chain. And the bar is for a reason. But we're planning to have plenty of different styles of tacos. I'll give you that hint with bar.
That's what's up. So definitely shout out Virginia Thomas, that she loves that you're on the South Side, and your cuz popped in, Amari, said go cuz.
Hey cuz.
We appreciate them for tuning in. And there is at Mickey's, right? They have a turkey burger that is called the Tory turkey burger.
Yes.
And I talked to you, I talked to Sean Michelle's Brown Sugar Bakery. I'm just trying to figure out which one of y'all is gonna be the first one to name something after me.
when we figure out another item to add, it's gonna be after you because Tory, when I say you've been a blessing. I'm so blessed to come across you, meet you at the Bot Biz Center, of course. And when I say you're dedicated to people in restaurants and to get the word out, you are dedicated. And I know we might bump heads sometimes when it's trying to get me to go in the right direction. I'm trying to go this direction with the business, but we got to wheel back and listen to the professional. But you've been amazing on this journey, very patient. And I really appreciate it. And I've learned a lot from the business aspect from you as well.
Man, well, I appreciate that. I received that. And it's a two-way street, right? Because, running the business and running the daycare for as long as you have a lot of business skills, you have a lot of insight. And because of your varied interests, it gives you an ability. I've watched you, right, go into a business and be able to identify trouble spots and then offer them solutions on how they can improve that. Now, again, it's like what you said, whether they listen or not, because they want to go in a whole nother direction. That's a whole nother story. Right?
But yeah, and that's why I did the business consultant because you hear a lot of people about establishments in our community, and I used to do a lot of research, kind of look up Yelp, kind of look at the same complaints, and I'm like, well, how can we fix this instead of blasting them or complaining about it? What can we do? And I was like, I can start a business consultant and I can actually go in and help these people because I've been training and staff and hiring and firing. Like I have so much that people don't understand I have under me, but that's the journey that I have. So the things that was taught to me or what I was able to learn, I want to teach someone else. But I really believe in businesses in our community thriving. But sometimes we just got to get a little bit of education, a little push, a little training. And I tell people that before you just jump into a business, really educate yourself about that business, that particular business before you go into it. Even with early childhood development, I didn't just jump in it. I went to school for it. Even when we were doing business consulting, graphic marketing, helping with you, visual communication is the background that I have, graphic design and that nature. So I tell people, always educate yourself before you just jump into something about that particular business so you can thrive and be the best that you can be. And so I had the vision to come around, help restaurants, if it was from interior design, from training your staff, professionalism, greeting, because those were the concerns that our people had. Rude, can't speak when I walk in. Just like I was talking to one of my customers, he came in and he's like, is your turkey meat hot? I'm like, no, but it has a small kick, but not spicy. But would you like to try some? That's great customer service. And he asked about the tamales. Yeah, I have an extra one. Would you like to taste one? I'm about making you happy, but if you've never been here, let me have this an experience for you to be here. And I appreciate you walking through that door. So now let me make you feel at home or comfort at home. So even with Sissy's Taco Bar, we've been getting so many wonderful reviews. You guys greet us, you're pleasant, we engage with the conversation. People stand on the sideline like, man, that's dope how she engaged with them. And she asked them, how did you hear about it? And then she asked them about their days. But that's what it's all about. You want to know your customers. You want to know them and start calling them on the first basic because it should be a community staple. And so that Sissy's Taco Bar has a lot of passion. I have a lot of passion when it comes to my community. And Tory, I shared this with you. We're looking for a spot and it's extremely hard. But guess what's open? The north side. Guess who's willing to help us? The north side. That's not what Sissy's Taco Bar was designed for. It was designed for the south side because we have lack of restaurants or lack of places for us to go to and enjoy and take our kids and have that family-oriented space. And then everything kind of closes up early in our community. So we wanted to fix that situation as well because Tory, you know how we was doing taxes. We'd be in there to 10, 11 o'clock at night. Where did we have to go? To Wicker Park because they was open to 2 a.m. It was vegan and vegetarian food. So we had to leave out the community, get something healthy. And I want to change that narrative of not leaving my community, but enjoying. And I really appreciate Mark Walker bringing sweet tea right down the street from my house. Sorry, I'm gonna be big, but I'll be walking there a lot in the summer because that place is decked out. But that's what it excites me to see things like that. And I tell people there's so many opportunities for all of us to have room out here and grow as business owners, as restaurants owners. And I'm seeing more restaurants popping up, and that's just a beautiful thing right here in Chatham as well.
Yep. And so, yep. And to that credit, I watched you get inspired and energized by being able to offer some support and help to Maeve's Deli. So
Yes.
talk about how that started, and then it evolved into you having a pop-up at Maeve's. So shout out to Derek Rowe and Maeve's Deli, 75th Street, stand up.
Yes. Yes. I remember when Maze first came to Chicago, I was so excited. I saw the article, I ran to you. I was like, look, it's a new sandwich place in our community. And that brought so much joy and excitement to me. And I didn't even know Derek at the time. I think we both went in there, introduced ourselves, told him what we did. We started supporting him from day one. Um, then we started sharing it. People started following, listening, going check it out, and letting him know that Linda sent me. Linda, like we were really trying to push because we wanted that to stay in our community. And if we want something, we got to support it. And then he was, he was having some trouble, some issues or whatever in the back office where he needed some help. And Timbo Fly, which was our business consultant, we came in and we helped with the PO system, but it was giving me hands on, and he kind of lit that fire again under me where I wanted to own my restaurant, because that's been down the line that Linda wanted to own a restaurant. So before Sissy's Taco Bar was created, it was going to be called Sissy's Diner. But then we're going to create Sissy's Taco Bar first. So we want to thank Derek for allowing us to help him and kind of being there for him as well. But it built that relationship that we needed in our community. But he also opened the door for us to host our pop-up. So we really appreciate that as well, because he didn't have to do it. We've been there since the end of October, and maybe like 3 weeks out of the month that we're there. But those 3 weeks help us brand and bring the awareness of Sissy's Taco Bar. But not only that, Toure, it helped him. Because if we're not there, people are looking for me and I'm not there, so they end up getting a sandwich or something. But it's that cross promotion, but it's about collaborating and working together and not being in competition so much with each other.
Right. So you saying some of the marketing and promotion that we've been doing, people come in when he's opening before you do the pop-up there, but then they stay and get some food anyway.
Yep. And then sometimes, like I heard last night, I didn't even know this place existed. So that helps too, because it puts you on the map with my followers, because they didn't know about Maeve. So it's a lot of my customers like, man, Linda, I didn't even know that existed. I didn't even know that was there. And this is an important piece of marketing too, because if you don't market, people are not going to know you're there. But if someone can help you with that piece, it helps both parties with that collaboration. And so I had one last night, so I got to come back out and try Maeve's one day. I didn't even know this was here. I'm like, man, it's been here over a little 2 years. Like, really? But that lets me know that we have to do more of pushing marketing out in our community, because we want people to be recognized in our community. Let them know that they're here, and if we want it, we have to support people. If you want something to stay, it's important to support it, or they're gonna leave because it's a waste of money, time. 4 or 5 customers, not enough customers. They need a regular, consistent, and sharing and the word of the mouth, so we can stay open and so we can thrive as a community. And when we look down, 75th is just thriving with Black beautiful businesses. 79th, they have that vision. Road, is the lead on that one. So we want to bring these things together.
My Road Davis.
Support.
My Road Davis. So we got
Road Davis, and he's an expert. Right. Yeah, he's about bringing people their vision to reality and helping them get that space. He's another strong brother and shaker and mover in our community of helping those that really want to help themselves get into business. So kudos to Ro as well from the Bot Biz Center as well.
So, I think it's so important when we do the research and when you survey Black people, the majority, at least 7 to 8 out of 10, want to support Black-owned businesses, want to find quality stuff in their own community, but the businesses themselves that are offering that have to do enough marketing and promotion. And I gotta admit, I gotta be transparent. It can become tiring for the business, right? You think, oh, everybody knows, everybody, because you told 50 people, or you did one TV interview, you did one radio. Right, I do a radio interview on NPR, something over here on ABC, and I think the whole world know now. No,
right.
But even if even if the whole world did see it, then they forgot about it the next day, right?
Right.
So you got to consistently put the
Keep it
word
on their
out there.
mind. You got to consistently be on their
Consistently.
mind. And there's so much to marketing. Just putting out one post a day. There's so much. And Tora, I learned so much from you as well when it comes to the marketing piece. And that's why I think Sissy's Taco Bar is really thriving at the beginning of its stage, in its early stage peak. It's what I've learned over the years, what I've learned in business, but it goes hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. It's not going to survive. You're not going to sustain like that. You have to go both and kind of look at. And I love, and I tell people, when your customers come, ask them how did they hear about you, because now you know exactly what's working for you, who's your target audience. If you have to scale back on your marketing tip, okay, I can't afford them this now. Okay, I can't do the billboard. No one's really coming from the billboard, but they coming from Bean Soup Time, or they coming from the Black Chicago Eats, because that's what my customers is, either the May Show, the Black Chicago Eats. Oh, I received the email from Bean Soup Time. I'm like, okay. And then, or I got an email from the Black Mall, went to your website. I love your website. So those are the things that are key important when you're planning with your team. Okay, you guys, this is working, this is not working. Okay, let's cut back. We still want to support this company, but let's pull back right now because our numbers are looking right here. So it's the key thing. And I tell people it's a dedication. And I know, Toure, it could be a lot on your team of keeping up with everything. So I try to balance of posting my little posts, things that are something meaningful to me that my audience can follow and kind of get to know me personally. To be just to be original, I guess you can say. But it's really key to do a lot of things and put a lot of things in place in your system and in place. Even us doing these little pop-ups and that we're doing, it's helping me create my system stronger for my team. Because before I even started, Toure, I got everything when it comes to my system, from hiring to firing to training. I have PowerPoints. Like, you're gonna go through a whole complete training before you start, because I want quality. I want customer service. I don't want you just to serve my people a taco and say they're gone. No, you have to make that with love. And if I don't feel love coming out of you, it's not gonna work between you and I working for me. Because I'm real passionate about that. I'm not about let's get it in, let's get it out. It's about giving them quality and great customer service, and that experience is the key in our community. So I'm so ready to go when it comes to brick and mortar, because I took care of all my back office stuff now. So when it happens, I'm not overloaded or overwhelmed. I can just run it. I have you in place for my marketing. I have the maids. I'm gonna always keep them. I know you're trying to create the package, Toure, where we come together to get on the radio station. I'm on board. I know Sean Michelle's this, but I'm on board with that because it's needed when you know the value of it. And so we just got to understand the value of marketing and understand it's just not giving someone money or someone wants something from you. It's to bring something long term, because you got to remember, you might get that customer once or twice, and you got to continue to get new customers in that door. And also, it's important too that you add something new to your menus too to get them come back to say, oh, okay, Linda got a new smoothie. Let me go try this out. So you got to keep that in mind when you have customers, to keep bringing them back, but bringing something healthy or bringing something just new with a twist, even if it's for a short period of time. So, Tory, you're a great mentor. I've learned a lot from you in that piece. So again,
it's a
props
pleasure.
out to Bean Soup.
Yeah, definitely, man. We have a passion for what we do, of course, and it's so important for us to be able to understand the different levels of the business. So shout out to you. You said it fast, but I want to make sure people understood what you just said. You put all your policies and procedures together now, even though you have roughly 2 employees, right? Mm-hmm. But you're already planning for the future and for what you're growing into, so that you're not stressed out about it, and you got time to think through it and create the vision that you want. A lot of us don't put that attention to laying the foundation, right? So it's so critical, it's so important. So now, of course, let's talk a little bit about you had a period of time at Maeve's Deli, but now you're looking for the next spot, because of course a pop-up, technically the theme of a pop-up is that it doesn't stay in one location for too long, right?
Correct.
But you want to find different places to bring that value and find more opportunities. So
Correct.
people are
Correct.
listening. I want y'all to make sure y'all heard what she said. Basically, we're talking about a pop-up that for a brick and mortar, right? A restaurant, a coffee house, maybe some type of retail outlet, maybe, you know, a good fit, that you're going to bring customers that not only going to get your product, but they're going to find out about a new location or find out about a place that they weren't familiar with before. And they may either spend some money then on the spot, or they may come back later, but now there's some cross promotion going on.
Correct.
Right. And then also, if you're struggling right now because of COVID-19 in your business, this is a perfect collaboration opportunity, right? Because somebody's bringing attention and bringing revenue opportunities to your door. And what I've noticed, and you know, I pay attention sometimes to Illinois Restaurant Association and other big businesses. They're finding ways to collaborate with other business owners. They're finding ways to uniquely bring together a cross section of both of their customer base that they can enjoy one another. So it's an excellent idea you're doing. I think the time is right. And so what are some of the things you're looking for in a pop-up?
Well, our ideal is, you know, kind of share space with a restaurant. If we can share space and we can work it out, we have two different menus, but it complements each other. That's beautiful. That's perfect. If we can come in after the hours you're closed, maybe the days you're not there, again, that brings more attention the days you're not there. And then when you are there, now they have something to come back to get something different. And so that's our ideal. Now, if we're in a retail space, of course, we're looking for maybe I think a 15 by 15 space or 10 by 15 space to kind of set up to serve the tacos. They're already be cooked and things in that nature. We just make them and kind of give them to your customer, well, our customer and your customers at the same time if it's retail. So we're looking to do that, but collaboration is very important, especially among us. We have to learn how to work together, but it's a win-win for both parties. So that's where our ideal thing is, kind of being in the retail or restaurants, maybe the days you're closed or maybe the hours after you close, but it depends, because some I've looked, they close at 6 o'clock. That wouldn't work for us because it's so late. People already had dinner. But it's ideal maybe the days that you're closed, if it was like maybe on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then we can come in those 3 days or something like that. Or if we can share this space and kind of work out the details. But it's a great way for us to collaborate. And I tell people, and I was just telling Derek this one day, you know, it's just like if you look at KFC and Long John Silver, collaboration, two different business under one roof. But I guarantee they save a lot of money. And that's the key, is to save money, but to build together, and we can get so much done that way.
That's right.
And it's just
Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins.
Yes. And so now we can start doing that. We can create our own lane and creating that space. And that's what I was thinking, like when I, you know, was thinking about collaboration, like, man, we can start doing that, you know. And so much because
to Imani, but Imani Bean Pies tuned in. That's one of your favorite bean pies right there, Imani Bean Pies.
Yes, I was just talking about that. I'm like, I need Imani's bean pie. I just said that maybe on Sunday to someone, and they looked at me like, okay, I love Imani's bean pies. And I think she was the first bean pie I ever tasted because I was a little scared of it. But Imani, kudos. I love the flavor. I can taste everything in your bean pies. I'm a foodie thing. So when I taste them, I'm like, ooh, I can taste that. I can taste that. It's like you get an explosion all in your mouth at once. But yeah, kudos out to Imani. But anyways, it's a great thing if we learn how to collaborate with each other. So
right. So at the end of the day, I hate to use that term because people use it to death. But really, your pop-up in a location brings them free advertisement. That's really what it boils down to, right? They get free exposure because, like you said, we talked about pushing it on Bean Soup Times and Black Chicago Eats.
The Black Mall.
We've been pushing through Red Level Entertainment, the Black Mall, the Maze Jackson Show. and and some other things that we're looking to do going forward. So
yeah,
they get a huge benefit. They get a
they
huge
do.
benefit.
Yep, they do. They absolutely do. And it's like a win-win for both parties, both owners when we look at it. You just got to look at it from a business mindset when you're looking at this collaboration piece, but it's real important. I'm excited because I feel like great things are coming. Sometimes we are hit with setbacks or storms, but it means something that's greater is coming for us. And it's how we get through that situation. So I know last night a lot of people were texting me and coming in like, oh, we don't want you to leave off 75th. How do we know when you move? And what location you're going to be at next? Always follow us on Facebook or IG, and you will always stay informed. And you can text the number to keep getting updates. And Tory, do you have that number by any chance?
Yes. So I'm going to put it up, but they can text 844-773-8392 and put in Sissy's Taco Bar. So I'm going to put it up on the screen.
See, that's my right hand right there. I mean, Tory is awesome. So if you guys need, like, I'm telling you, you better hire him as your marketing piece because sometimes he goes way beyond, but that man hooked Sissy's Taco Bar up. So we really appreciate him.
There it is. Right. So let's roll on the screen now. So to get info about Sissy's Taco Bar, let me edit that right quick. So you didn't talk about that. Talk a little bit about that option for our vegan families, that Cajun Jack Taco.
So we are going to bring back the Cajun Jack Taco. Let me look at my calendar, Tory, because you caught me off guard.
The 15th.
The 15th. Absolutely. Thank you, Tory. See, my marketing knows. So the 15th, we are bringing back the Cajun Jack vegan taco. So it's only going to be there one day, which is a Friday. We sold out the last time we had it, thanks to Africa Porter. Beautiful, amazing sister as well. I'm telling you guys, we got some movers and shakers in Chicago. And I just love everyone. Chicago is small. This circle is like, man, you just gotta be with the right people, know the right clicks, the right resources. But Chicago is small. But Africa Porter, thank you from the last time you came out and showed support and love to Sissy's Taco Bar. But the sister is awesome. But again, she's vegan. So Africa, if you hear this, Sadiq, if you hear this, whoever came out last time, I can't remember everybody's name right now, but we're gonna have it on the 15th. Tori, you might know a couple of people because you're good. You're like like your memory can just like but you took pictures too.
Right.
Again,
Cassiopeia, I know she's excited about the vegan.
Yes, and it was a hit, and it's delicious, it's flavorful. Even my kids love the vegan taco. And it starts from like a bridge. So we got the vegetarian taco, but now we have the vegan. But eventually we do want the vegan taco to stay. But we kind of just keep introducing it slowly to the community, because vegan food is expensive. But we do want to bring that bridge to eating healthy.
Definitely, my litmus test, and I think most of us litmus test is for if it's a vegan food item, would a non-vegan eat it? Right, and if they enjoy it, then you really got something. Yeah. And absolutely, man, I definitely enjoyed it. It had all the enjoyment that you were eating a taco with meat without the meat.
Right. And it tastes like meat.
Just don't give me a bunch of rice and beans and corn and tell me this is the vegan option. But
yeah, and that's just the vegetarian option because. Yeah, that's the vegetarian because you have to have a bridge for people to kind of merge over, because I was that way. I call myself, I think I was maybe young. I don't remember, eighth grade, somewhere around there. I called myself vegan for a second. And I was inspired by Michael Jackson, of course. And we, on a basketball, we go out to McDonald's. Of course, I'm getting the cheeseburger with no meat or taking it off and putting honey and ketchup on my burger. People's like, you're gross. But it was delicious to me. And I still do that to this day, Tori. You know that. Like if I love McDonald's bread for some reason and the ketchup and onions, I'll eat it just like that. Or give me the Big Mac with no meat, I eat it just like that and put some honey on it. I have to have honey on it for some reason. But yeah, it's a bridge for our people. But that vegan taco it's delicious. And there's going to be more vegan options. When I keep saying the bar, it's going to be more options, but we just need our place. So too, if you guys know places that used to be a restaurant and it's for rent, that will help us out too, because we're trying to find a location on the south side and it's really, really hard. Um, and my goal for Sissy's Taco Bar is to stay on the south side. I don't care how hard. If I got to wait a year or two, that's exactly what we're going to do, because the vision was to be for the south side.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, we're excited. We love what you're doing. We love your energy, your passion, and your commitment to the community. So we're going, we rolling with you. We're rolling with you till the wheels fall off, and look forward to each stage and evolution of Sissy's Taco Bar.
And two, if you guys have events coming up and you need someone to host the food section, call Sissy's Taco Bar. I'm here. I'm available. I just need at least 48 hours, at least 48-hour notice. But we also do catering, Toure, and I think we didn't mention that as much either. So we do catering for birthday parties, children's parties. If you got, this COVID thing, everything got to be in-house now. So we can bring the food, drop it off, set it up if you need it to be set up. If you need one of our team members to kind of serve the tacos, that's additional fee, but you can have that as well. You don't have to deal with it. And if not, we have a card that our marketing team made where it says DIY, where it shows you what goes on our tacos and how to make our tacos if we drop them off to you, because we can't make them because they get cold, soggy. So you want to put the meat, then you want to put the toppings on it. So we even have that, which our great designer, the marketing Bean Soup Media, created for us. I'm telling you guys, I got so much created, and I tell people, Bean Soup Media is here to help those, and it'll fit your budget. Seriously. I know people complain 1,000, 2,000. That's not much when you're getting a full package or when you're getting things done. It can go up there now. It depends on what you want. But also, I listen to him when it comes to the logo, people, because there's some logos that people want everything in too much. Listen to him when it comes to your website and logos. Because I hear him talking to sometimes, like before, we separated in a tempo fly and people wanted all these different elements. You're doing too much. You want too much in a small little element. And he always gave me feedback. It should be separated. It should, because if you don't need your name attached to your logo, you can separate it quickly. So listen to him as the professional in that branding piece. I'm telling you guys, it's important, because that branding will take you far and people will recognize you easily with simple, not complex.
Yep, that's right. I mean, we appreciate you. Thank you for the love and the shout out. And man, I'm looking forward to eating some tamales today. And
Oh, you did get some yesterday, didn't you?
I got some yesterday, but I wasn't eating yesterday.
You were fasting.
Right. It's something that I'm just talking about that, right? I got to make sure I'm getting back into that a lot more. Prayer and fasting is so important for our mental and our spiritual health. It gives us some of the strength we need to deal with some of the emotional challenges and the that come our way with just trying to, especially entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
Every day it's an emotional experience.
It is. And fasting really helps too, right? And meditation, because I will go 2 or 3 days without eating, but it'll give my mind clear. And then it's like I have all this energy. I'm ready. I'm geared up. But I didn't weigh my body down with all the toxic or food sometimes that we just got to purge our body sometimes. And I really believe fasting is the key. Fasting is the key to a lot of things. And I was just having a conversation with a family member about fasting, because we can go into this anxiety attack mode, this depression mode right now. COVID is real. So right now, it is really critical to have these fast moments and meditation moments. We don't need prescriptions. We don't need medication. We don't need all that. We can do it within ourselves. We just got to know what foods trigger certain things in our bodies and what things we have to take. And that's another good point too. Sissy's Taco Bar would never have pork, would never have beef. I'm sorry. I know we get the request to have that steak meat in there. That's something we won't have, because we are trying to go into the healthier eating style. So you'll never see beef and steak on our menu. So I'm sorry if I disappointed some of you steak lovers or beef lovers, but turkey is just as good. Salmon is beautiful. It's excellent. But we'll have some more options. I just don't want to bring out my other taco options, but they're going to be amazing as well.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it. And who was that? Somebody, I think that was my mother this time then. Yeah, we did an early show today, Mom. It was a little earlier today because, usually I don't do, I'm trying not to do on Fridays. And then Fridays, it'd be so much stuff going on. But we had to do this special edition for Sissy's Taco Bar because the pop-up is today. So we encourage y'all, if y'all listening, y'all get this in time. Man, get by there today, 6:30 at 312 East 75th Street. Get you some tacos. I don't know if there's gonna be any tamales left,
No tamales. Nope.
no tamales
They're all
left.
gone. It was
But come and
pre-order on
pre-order.
Monday.
So this is what I want you to do. Come, purchase some tacos, eat those tacos, but purchase the tacos, but then pre-order your tamales. Right? So get something for the moment and then pre-order some of those tamales so you can have something a little bit later on that you can come pick up in a few days. And I'm telling you, you're gonna enjoy them. These tamales were absolutely they're tasty, they're filling, and matter of fact, shout out to Marlon Mitchell, right? Comedian Marlon Mitchell. If you are from the South Side, you know that 75th Street. He's one of the mayors on 75th Street.
Mm-hmm.
Comedian Marlon Mitchell, Francis's Lounge over there. His mom. That's where he grew up, and he came in yesterday, got some tacos, but he heard about the tamales, and so he started saying, "Man, I want a tamale too. Let me taste the tamale." But at the moment, you know if he was gonna have some extra. Few people didn't show up for their tamales, and I called him. I said, Marlon, come get a tamale, man. There's some tamales available. He was like, man, I don't need nothing. Them tacos were delicious. I'm full. I'm good. I'll come get tamales another time. But he was so satisfied. He sounded like he was sitting on the couch watching TV, just happy.
And he
meal.
brought the salmon one, right? I think he brought the salmon tacos.
That's right.
And he added an extra one too. He's like, man, sis, throw me an extra one. And I'm like, you sure? I'm like, because normally we don't sell them individual, but again, customer service did it anyways. But you know what, Tory, that's another thing. People think our tacos are gonna be small, but when people eat them, even Derek said it, man, those are fulfilling. Like I thought I was gonna be. No, they are. They're gonna fill you up. And 3 tacos is enough, but trust me, you won't be like, oh, I'm still hungry. Oh, I need something else. They're fulfilling. And again, too, when you order your tacos, don't forget about the Vanna rice and the black bean corn salad. That black bean corn salad, so delicious. And those are fresh black beans. We soak them, pre-soak them. When I tell you, I mean, everything is fresh that we use in our food, people. Even with the Vanna rice, it's the Yasmin rice. So it's not your regular white rice. It's not the white long grain rice. And so I'm telling you, I put love into whatever I make, and I feed my kids this way and my family members.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of little cooking and gatherings at my house because I enjoy cooking for people. So now I can cook for the community and get paid for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And man, I appreciate those sides too, because those sides, now don't get me wrong, I love some fries. I love some French fries. Now don't get me wrong, but I don't always feel the best after I eat some fries. But I know I can come get some tacos and get that Vanna rice and the black beans and corn. And I know I put some nutrients into my body. Because those fries are good, but those fries don't have any nutrients. And they're fried, right? So, man, you got it's some great options where you're full, but you still, feel good about what you ate.
And, I want to point out one more thing too, Tory. Even with being on 75th, a lot of people on 75th that lives in that area never had a salmon taco. So that was the first. And they was like, oh my God. So when they came back the second, they was like, that was delicious. I've never had a salmon taco. They may have had a fish taco, which is normally out of cod or something like that. Mm-hmm. But not with salmon. So that made me feel good. And I remember 2 brothers, they said they always ate beef. They never had turkey tacos. And he thought he was going to give his turkey tacos to one of the brothers. Like he ordered a bunch of different tacos. And he thought he wasn't going to eat the turkey taco. He said, I couldn't even get that out. He said, I couldn't even give it away. He said, I dogged them turkey tacos. He's like, man, you made that delicious. So and that's what it's about. We can eat healthy and change it. You just got to know how to put the love and the seasoning and the cooking in. That's all you have to do. So it felt good to kind of bring that on 75th Strip too.
Man, well, that's what's up, man. We appreciate you being on the show. You see, Mom said, hey, Linda.
Hey.
And, man, we appreciate you, and we want you to keep up the good work, and we rolling with you. So you'll definitely see her on Black Chicago Eats and Bean Soup Times. Follow her at Sissy's Taco Bar on Instagram and on Facebook, and text the number so that you can know where she's moving around to. You can get updates about deals and sales and promos, giveaways, all that. Matter of fact, if you text that number now, you get a free taco, right? So go ahead and text in to get that free taco and enjoy that food.
With the purchase, though. You get a free taco with the
purchase. Right, exactly. I was going to tell them that in the text message. They'll get it in the message.
Yeah.
With purchase.
And two, we want to shout out again. We really appreciate Maeve's Deli. We really appreciate Derek Rowe for working with us, allowing us to be in his space. And our time is coming. I think our last week will be the 22nd, Tory. The last Friday will be our last day there. So again, come and get us while we're there at Chatham, because we only got 2 more weeks after this, and Maeve's Deli. So we appreciate Maeve's Deli and Derek Rowe for allowing us to be in that space as well.
All right.
But our time has come. I'm gonna miss 75th. Hopefully we can stay on 75th, but I'm gonna miss it over there.
Yep.
You know, Chatham is my hometown. I've been in Chatham since I was 17. I stayed on 75th and Evans. I stayed on 76th and Rose. Like, I stayed all in between. And now I'm a homeowner in Chatham, a business owner in Chatham. And that's the way I want to stay. But if it don't, I'll be okay.
That's what's up. Well, hopefully that'll happen. But if not, wherever you go, I know people are going to be appreciative of your presence there.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
Thank you for having me, Toure.
We're going to close out with a few of our sponsors and our advertisers. And, of course, you're one of them. And we're going to see everybody for the next show. But definitely let me check out. Let me talk about our people, man, who make this happen. So, of course, Sean Michelle's Homemade Ice Cream. Fall in love again. They're over there on 46 East 47th Street. Best ice cream this side of Mars. Dan's Soul Food and Cafe, where every day is Thanksgiving. We love and appreciate them. Great, clean food over there. You got Brown Sugar Bakery. You know them cupcakes and the caramel cake is dangerously delicious. Man, if you are a Muslim, man, put your business on the Black Muslim Business Directory so we can know who you are. And there it is, Sissy's Taco Bar, those authentic street tacos and tamales and Rome walking tacos, everything. And our people, Brother Really White, he was on the show recently, Amaje Motors. Man, get your vehicle from him. He can approve pretty much everybody as long as you got a job and a place to live. And shout out to the ABS Institute, man. It's some dynamic business and finance courses available through them. Text me if you want more information about them. But I'm telling you, they are really helping businesses flourish and thrive.
Is that Ben X on there?
That's Ben X. Ben X, wow. Man, I love that brother. So let me tell you what he did. He put together a digital real estate course. The digital real estate course, he showed one business that was spending $35,000 a month on advertisement. And they was doing the old school. Now, they some young folks, but they were still old school. They was doing mailers. They was doing a lot of flyers and things like that, but they was putting out the money, right? And getting the response. Brother Ben showed them how to take a third of that, $10,000, but put that into online marketing. Mm-hmm. And really, by the time he was through with them, what they were spending that $35,000, they don't spend that anymore, right? But they've created their own digital eco space where now they're getting their business digitally. So any business that wants to grow and build their business and don't necessarily have all of the tools and resources, right? He shows you and walks you through. Here's the stuff to use. Here are the apps to use. how to create videos, how to use Zoom, how to produce Facebook ads, right? And then it's not just him, but he brings on other experts to teach. So shout out to him. If y'all want to learn more about that, just send me a text message, direct messenger me, whatever, and we'll get you plugged in with that. But dynamic young brother.
He is. I follow him on Instagram. Very powerful. He brings the knowledge, the truth, and I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see you real soon. We'll see you tonight because I'm gonna come by and get some tacos and enjoy the moment for a minute. And we'll be talking to you real soon.
All right. Thank you, Tory, for having us on.
Thank you
on the show. Thank you. All right. Bye.
All right. That's that show. That's the end. We're gonna close out with one of our commercials so you can learn a little bit more about Bean Soup Media. And we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please like and share this video. Come on by tonight and get some tacos. 312 East 75th Street between 6:30 and 9:30. Greetings. My name is Tory Muhammad, the founder of Bean Soup Media. We are a content and digital marketing strategy company that empowers the brands of small businesses. We are a passionate team of designers, writers, photographers, and most importantly, problem solvers. And we come together to help you tell your story.
Brother Toure, you shared a post about our business. A few years ago, it's reached almost 50,000 people within about 30 days. Brother Toure, through yourself, we have had so much media coverage, newspapers. We're talking about the Channel 7, Channel 9. You have brought so much attention to Sean Michelle's homemade ice cream, and I will never stop supporting Bean Soup Times and Black Chicago Eats. And I wish that others will also take a closer look what you have to offer, because we have benefited. Just take a look at Sean Michelle's. Take a look down the street. See the line to the next block. That's as a direct result of the social media that you posted. That's as a direct result of the live testimonies that you've done at Sean Michelle's. That's as a direct result of the writings that you've written up on Sean Michelle's homemade ice cream. And so God has really blessed you first to have a love for our community, to have a love for black businesses, and one for your brother, which you want for yourself.
In the building with us is Brother Toure Muhammad. He is the marketing genius behind Sissy's Taco. But Toure has been one of the pioneers in marketing, black marketing in Chicago. He did the, was it Black, not Black Chicago? Taste of Black Chicago. Doing it like the real, for y'all real marketers out there, bring us the food in the morning. I'm telling you. And then I just had some gummies too. Oh, my cousin. And they warm. I'm selling, you got the studio all smelling up on paper bags. Toure Muhammad, you see him, check out Bean Soup Times. Check him out, all of his clients. Also, let me tell you what, he also represents Sean Michelle, right? So check him out. Ooh. He's also, man, I know they let me tell you what, shout out to Sean Michelle. You know I'm an ice cream connoisseur. Mm-hmm. So I love their ice cream, but boy, that line, good Lord, you got to park and wait and sit there and it'd be like down the block. Shout out to, and he also is a writer over at The Final Call, right? So Brother Toure Muhammad, extensive history, doing it like the marketing directors. We need to get you a gym shoe contract next, so you can bring the gym shoes in too. But I'm gonna tell y'all what, Sissy's Taco Bar doing their thing, popping up on a Friday. We're gonna be smashing these on air. Toure, thank you so much, my brother.
You guys, Brown Sugar Bakery has been using Bean Soup Times since 2009. We established our Facebook page 11 years ago. Look at that. We've grown as a company, and with Bean Soup Times, he's always been looking out for us and enticing all of you. I love you, Toure, for enticing my wonderful customers that are both Facebook fans and Instagram fans. I highly recommend Bean Soup Times, especially if you're brand new to social media or relatively new to social media, because Toure will make sure that he kindly and patiently walks you through getting up to speed online.